Britain apparently has the most illegal migrants in the country than anywhere else in Europe.
Wow, yeah, I saw this morning. Every 1 in 100 people in Britain is an illegal migrant, according to research by the University of Oxford. And in total, 745,000 illegal migrants live currently in the UK, and that's more than double when compared to France.
Mike, do these figures surprise you? Do you believe them to be accurate?
You've always got to take statistics on illegal migration with a pinch of salt, because illegal migration by its very nature is, clandestine. Many illegal immigrants don't share data in surveys, censuses, and other data gathering processes. Now, my guess is these numbers are actually quite conservative. 1 in 100 of the British population are here illegally. Now, the Pew Research Centre conducted a very similar study about 5 years ago, and they found that their higher estimates for 2017 were about 1.2 million. So we could actually be looking at many more people here illegally. The Migrant Project, who have just released these latest numbers, about 745,000, a city the size of Leeds, that could actually underestimate the scale of the problem. But I think it's very useful data because it shows that the UK is the #1 destination for illegal immigrants in Europe.
So, Mike, why is that? Let's just try and figure out why we are so attractive to migrants from all over Europe. What's the appeal?
Well, the appeal is, we're an English-speaking country. It's a very accessible language. It's easier to learn than other languages. We have a flexible labour market. There are no ID cards here. And obviously, there's a large sort of black economy that isn't properly policed. So those are all reasons, and obviously we're a multicultural society, so it doesn't matter where you come from in the world, you'll probably find a community that has certain ties to your country of origin. But at the end of the day, the UK can't actually get rid of people. We can't detain people, and we can't deport them within, 24, 48 hours or whatever. And, even if you have an asylum application rejected, chances are you're not going to be kicked out of the country. And, that increases the pull factor. And, we are where we are.
Mike, I am surprised, though, because I would have thought with the Schengen zone and the free movement in Europe that perhaps countries like Germany and France would actually have more illegal migrants than the UK, just because it's a little bit trickier for people to get to this country on the whole than it is to mainland Europe. But I was reading a stat, and perhaps you can check this for us, that something like only 3% of those who've crossed in a boat across the Channel have actually been removed. Is that right?
It depends on nationality, and it depends on whether they've actually applied for asylum. But the numbers are very, very low. Let's put it that way. I mean, ultimately, there's various things you can do around the margins, biometrics, better screening at the Channel Tunnel, and so on. But at the end of the day, you've got to change your legal system. You need to amend the Human Rights Act. You need to remove any reference to the ECHR and the principle of non-refoulement, which gives a lot of ammunition to lawyers and judges and NGOs who want these people to stay in this country. So you've got to start with the basics, the foundational issues, tackle the legal system, and then focus on the operational stuff.